Oh, this is like a proper movie.
Amos is here.
Wow, what a... See, they're backlit in with the moon. Cape flapping. Hello everyone, welcome in. My name is Kai Zammit. I'm a director, cinematographer and writer based in the south of the UK. And today's video we're going to be checking out every single CGI trailer that's been released to Rainbow Six Siege. And like normal on this channel, when we watch game movies and game trailers, I like to talk over the top of what we're watching, talk about all the filmmaking techniques that I can see in the cinematics or the gameplay itself. What's happening on screen that makes you feel a certain way, and why are these trailers so highly regarded? Well, hopefully as we watch along together, or by the end of this video, I'll be able to explain to you why you feel the way you do. And not only that, and this is my absolute favourite part, I get to hang out with you guys as I experience Rainbow Six Siege, the CGI trailers, for the very first time. So with all that said and done, let's go, shall we? Play the tape. But first, Mother's Day is approaching, and do you know what would make her happy? Seeing her child, you, smiling ear to ear. And you can do that with a brand new pair of the finest earbuds going. I'm talking about the everyday earbuds from Raycon. She would also love her own pair, you know. Just saying. My favourite thing about them, and what your mum's also going to love, is the premium audio. EQs like pure sound, balance, and my personal favourite, bass. Her favourite music, podcasts, and calls in crystal clear sound. She's gonna love it, and love you even more because you're the one that got them for her. Another thing she's going to love is the colours. Just look at them. And you can add even more colour with the protective cases. Not only will they match your outfits, but they're protected as well, you know, for your peace of mind. With active noise cancellation capable of drowning out the most maddening of sounds, the everyday earbuds are your mum's quieting little helpers. For when she's on the go, juggling work, phone calls, gym if she's into that, reading, believe it or not, that's how I like to use them, and I'm sure she will too, and everything in between. Give that woman a break. She deserves it. Their latest model is better than ever with a 32-hour battery life and multi-point connectivity that lets her pair two devices at once. She'll never ask you for Bluetooth help again. Speaking of batteries, she'll have no excuse of not charging them up either because of Raycon's quick charge function. A 10-minute charge will get you a 90-minute use. Raycon also offer a 30-day happiness guarantee for easy returns. They just make it so easy to share the good news about them. So here I am recommending Raycon everyday earbuds to you and your mum, but let's get you a discount and make it a little bit sweeter. How about an awesome 20% discount? All you've got to do is click the link in the description box down below, or go to buyraycon.com/Kai to get 20% off your Raycon purchase, and that discount is also site-wide. Thank you to Raycon for supporting the channel, and I'm wishing your mum a very lovely Mother's Day. Right then, back to it.
All right.
Okay, you've got my interest. Flickering light bulbs, Dutch angle gun.
Our intelligence has confirmed the existence of a new threat that is unlike any we have seen before. This organization has the ability to carry out attacks anywhere in the world.
Very cinematic, always backlit, primarily shooting from the shadows.
And indiscriminate of age, religion, or nationality.
Or overhead lighting.
The potential for loss of human life and psychological terror is substantial and cannot be ignored.
That beat. Dun 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 dun. Shallow depth of field as well. Shit, this is serious.
Unknown quantity. Our only choice of action is to meet force with force. As of this moment, my program is reactivated, and I am handing over command of all global field operations to you.
Wow, I'm loving these ECUs, extreme close-ups.
Among the world's foremost elite, borders and protocols are irrelevant.
Haha, this is great. I'm getting Michael Bay vibes with this, just without the explosions.
We must be the
shallow depth field, background, backlighting, 5500 daylight range Kelvin bulbs.
Where our enemies strike, no matter what defense they cower behind. Team Rainbow must stand.
Look at that catch.
Ready.
Catchment in his eyes, or her eyes, whatever that thing is. That's the lighting. What a great intro that was. That really, or immediately told me, should we say, what the vibe and the sort of stylistic approach, yeah, that we're getting. As you know, as if a DP's come on and said, this is the shooting style I want. Beautiful. Very cinematic, all backlit primarily, and the title card told me very strong use of that daylight range bulb. So 5500, 5600 all over the top of them, especially around the front. Almost look like product placement all the time as they're zipping up and things like, and getting themselves ready for the battle, which makes me think in the next ones, are they going to be a little bit more stylized lighting, as in a little bit more, not movie magic made, should we say, but a little bit more of that teal and orange look. Love the catchment. So that's the catchment in the eyes that we were seeing there. Over the shoulder shot, that bloke at the end looked like something out of G.I. Joe. Over the shoulder, the camera, he turned to the camera, looking through, very sinister looking, but it was the catchment in his eyeball that was making us look that way. Beautiful ECUs on this. This was my favourite thing about this. Super fast cutting, flashlights in there, as in flash effects, just to sort of trip you in and make it to sort of go along. And the compositions were very fucking full. Foreground, midground, background. If this is the caliber that I'm expecting, oh boy, we're in for a treat with this video. Well, I am at least, so let's go. I forget, you guys have seen these already. I haven't. Thanks for introducing me to them. Ubisoft presents a Rainbow Six Siege short movie. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, here we go. Teal and orange. Oh, shit. Loving this tracking shot, as if we got a gimbal, yeah, steady cam operator. Long shot, let me hooked in, then there's our first cut. Even the fucking gas. This is training exercise. The hammer and the scalpel. The titles are coming towards us, then fading out, trickle, 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 as the light bulbs flicker on. Camera's moving. Dude, this is fucking Hollywood, alright?
Don't worry. Maybe we'll get it right next time.
2 more seconds and we would have had eyes in the room.
If they were already on cameras, that's 2 seconds too slow.
Oh, her that sticks to the rules. He is like real world exercise, real world problems. Look at this camera dollying in slightly. And his legs shaking.
Piece of advice. No like that.
He has no
Wow,
respect
look
for
at that dirty framing.
If it doesn't fire a bullet or explode, he dismisses it. Look at this. Oh, no
Careful.
lag.
My wife has a strict policy about knives in the house, and I have a strict policy about not pissing off my wife.
I know Thatcher is supposed to be the best, but he's a hammer, and I'm just a nail to him.
Sit.
Juxtaposition works, baby, doesn't
Don't
it?
bite.
Listen to the diegetic sound in there. So that's the sound of the world. Music's buggered off. We're listening to what they are saying.
Anger can be a powerful tool.
It's
But
lovely
we're
backlighting.
terrified of losing control. Of
Anamorphic
embracing it.
looks.
And
Anamorphic
that's,
lenses.
why I envy Mike.
Music's coming in.
Mike faces demons. He knows how to channel his anger.
And look at this. They've stripped out the colour 1 month ago. Almost like a different biomes as if it was in a game. For us, more greens in there.
Your retirement plan's gone to shite.
Who beat you?
Come,
See the way that trucking,
leave it
crabbing.
alone. It was a misunderstanding.
Beat you, Paulie.
It was Nick and his boys. It was just them bending me elbow a bit.
He's the hammer, mate.
Not much this time.
Look at him holding a hammer. Subtext, baby. Story within a story. Symbolism.
Come on, Mike. Don't do this.
This isn't your typical mind poker.
That camera is always moving. If it isn't moving, the
If you wanna
subject
piss
is.
off, your money stays on the table.
Look at this cosy lighting.
Here's the money my brother owes you.
Leave him the fuck alone.
But what comes next, my good sons? Is from God's mouth to your ears.
Camera's moving. Look at this.
And I will
Hostility.
make it hurt for the rest of your miserable fucking
Bash, mate.
lives.
Oh, the music's been copyright protected, isn't it? That's okay. I'm still enjoying it. Oh, he's used YouTube copyright removal on that. Sounds like you're in the fucking ocean. Oh, nice. Boom.
Hello, Nick. How's your mum?
Yeah. So look at that lighting. Look where they want you to look, at his eye, not the hammer. The hammer was out of focus. His eye.
You, is it?
It's I'm just tired of trying to prove myself.
It'll take
Okay,
time.
look at the saturation.
Nobody's nail.
Now.
You're much too sharp for that. Rainbow needs people who will challenge the future of the unit. And those who will remind it of its roots. It needs people who can be the scalpel and the hammer.
Thank you, 6.
Mate, this is fantastic.
She left some very large shoes to fill, didn't she? I'll tell you what.
Is there a campaign to this game? Because I'd be interested.
Please, call me Harry.
Call me Harry. Wow. That was amazing. And I'll be honest, guys, I wasn't expecting that. Like, I've seen the other operator trailers, you know, very short, sweet. Granted, they're very lovely, very stylized, very beautiful to look at, very short, you know, you blink and you miss them. And shit, when he said a short film come up, I was like, okay, we'll see about that. And oh boy, it really was a short film. Anamorphic lenses, clearly shot on that look. You can tell that anamorphic lenses is basically, so you have spherical lenses and you have anamorphic lenses. Spherical is what most people will still photography, so this is a spherical. Imagine your glass is round, okay, and it's filming that way. Anamorphic is filmed in an oval shape and you stretch it, you decompress it, yeah, in post-production. You squeeze that image out, and that is the anamorphic look that we love and know in movies, and this had it. How can I tell? Well, easiest way to look at it is when you look at the middle of the screen, it's the sharpest point, and as it goes further out onto the edges, it starts to get a little bit softer. That's why this looks like a movie. We had the cinematic bars, the 235.1 mask on there, beautiful. Love the lighting on this, the different in the color temperatures. You know, the hammer, he went in his zone back in England or wherever the hell he was in the UK. You see the poisonous greens in there, the shittiness, all the color is pulled out. And yet when we're in the stateside, it's all very hot, very teal and orange, and that very American look that we get. Love the way this looked. Brilliant intro coming in, nice tracking shot, getting us lured in. Music will bugger off when we want it to. And I'm not too worried the fact that these have been copyright protected. It doesn't bother me at all. The soundtracks are great, but they don't make movies or films for me. The score does, but not when it comes to sort of well-known music and things like that. It's never really bothered me. I still thoroughly enjoy that regardless of the copyright. But if you ever hear that copyright protected music sound where it sounds like the ocean's been at it, that is YouTube's very own copyright removal tool or AI that they use. That I would give an 8 out of 10 so far. I was very impressed by it. I think the only thing that could have made that better was probably actually story writing. You know, it was great. I very much enjoyed my time with it, but I wasn't left emotionally connected with the characters. Is that because of the character building? You know, they're trying to show you two characters and there's that contrast on the pages. You know, it's one of the 6 C's of storytelling, which is conflict. And every page, if this was a script, every page there was conflict. He doesn't respect me. You need this. This is why I like him. And this is, don't call me that. Call me Harry. There's always a conflict on the page. And when you're writing or reading, while you're reading a book or watching something, that's how we're lured in. We're like, oh my God, this is amazing. If everything was hunky-dory, it'd get boring very, very quickly. So yeah, that's why you like your books. And that's why you'd probably like something like this. Will this come up with a short film again or not?
Obviously, when assessing any potential
the program,
threats, there is that which we know and that which we don't. But it is always that which we don't know we don't know.
Even on a rainy day, he's got orange on him, isn't he? That orange look, kissed.
The past and the present
teal and orange, baby.
Together into the best possible future. We will start with the stadium. We will take what was old and breathe new life into it.
Wow.
The echoes of
look at these anamorphic lenses, look at the blurred bokeh.
Future. They will come from every part of the globe so that they may face their greatest adversaries, each other, and ultimately, themselves.
Lens aberrations. Shaky camera when it's needed, yes please. Training exercise, yeah. Oh wow, okay. Oh, the classic hitting a tyre with a hammer or something like that. With that, they changed the shutter angle from 180 to 90 degrees. Makes it look more epic. But with this, they might not have actually. They might have kept it 180, so our eyes, because it's CGI, isn't it, or graphics. Very commercial-like, isn't it? Camera dollying in, or tracking in. Mate, it's like a big fucking sporting event. What? I thought it was like...
Here in this crucible,
We will come together
Secret
so that
Service.
we may be stronger apart. Welcome to the program.
Oh, I like that. Another amazing trailer. Phenomenal. That was a lot more commercially, that one. And what I mean by that, bear in mind that I work in commercials, it had a commercial look to it, as in the lighting. It wasn't as dark as the first one. The first one had more of a movie presence, but then again, it was a short movie. They said that. This one, commercial, it had more of a high-key lighting. Yeah, there was sometimes there's a lot of shadow in there for a low-key look, but high-key lighting is where the background lighting is as bright as the front, okay? So it's more of a wraparound and very bright high-key look across the board. The other thing that gave me that commercial look was all the camera on the shoulder and tracking forward. A lot of commercials when you watch them, so TV adverts and things like that, the camera is normally 9 times out of 10 always walking forwards or moving towards the subject. It's momentum, yeah? It's how you shift the balance and how you give people that emotive connection to it and why you want to buy their product. Look at that fucking fast car. The camera comes up to it. How does that person feel energized? Camera comes up to them very fast, and that's what this was filled to the brim with. Another thing that they did with this was a ton of hero shots. Low angle looking up, okay? So it gives them the character, the subject, a power status on screen, but it makes them look heroic, okay? If the camera was looking down at someone, it's how you can make them look inferior, unless you're trying to show a character looking down upon someone else, but normally you'd have a foreground element. Loads of hero shots in there. My favourite shot on it was when they were walking out as a team of 5 and they were equally all fanned out beautifully, filling up the composition. Amazing. A lot of the fast-paced action stuff, so the training bits, I mentioned in there the shutter angle, okay? So that's like your 1/5 of a second, but imagine it like a cog going around, okay? You have 180, you have 90, you have the 360, 360 being the full one. Most of the time when you film on movies and things like that, you should film at a 180-degree shutter angle. So with this, in the faster, the sports stuff, if you want your shit to look really, really epic and cool and look more like when he's smashing that shit with a hammer on the tire, you would shoot it at a 90-degree shutter angle. It speeds it up. And so when I film sports stuff or anything like that, I will shoot that at an 80-degree shutter angle. It looks more fast-paced on screen, and what it does, it causes less motion blur. But there was actually quite a bit on that. Bear in mind that this was a CGI trailer, which confused me, but I think they left it at 180-degree shutter angle. If it's a 360 shutter degree angle, like me, this is a proper film class now, it's going to look more dream sequence, a little bit more flowy, a bit more motiony. You would have seen this on some of your favourite movies when someone's potentially intoxicated or something like that. Otherwise, another amazing trailer, but so different from the short movie low-key lighting to the high-key lighting, which this one looked way more like a commercial. If you'd have said to me they hired in a commercial DP, so director of photography, I would have actually believed you.
For the first time ever, the Rainbow Tournament of Champions was held in Greece. The most elite operators from around the world came together.
Oh, a lot more shaky camera on it on the last one.
And push each other past their limits. Surrounded by supporters.
Still got all these hero shots I mentioned. Shooting from the waist up. There we are. There's that faster shutter angle. Potentially.
Only 2 teams remain.
It's still quite heavy on the shadows, but look at that backlighting. Very bright. Same as the front light. They rehash in it of the last trailer. Reusable assets. Now we're in. I like it when the title comes forward.
Oh, so is this going to be on the Fernsehen? The television?
Internal use only.
Gustave Kateb, GIGN. National.
Oh, they're doing it.
G'day.
Do I look at you or the camera?
Good day.
Mike Baker, Special Air Service.
Seamus Calden, sanitation.
Internal documentary style. Yeah, there's your documentary filmmaking. Crash Zoom.
What surprised me the most, I was not expecting the sheer power of it.
They've got a catchment in her eyes. 45-degree angle, beg your pardon, on the lighting, shooting on the shadow side. Very advanced. That's what you want to do when you're doing talking heads.
Tell me what 30 seconds means.
30 seconds means...
Look at that, low angle camera on the handle. Pop, 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 pop. See, on the shadows.
No hesitation.
It means being fully committed.
Rembrandt triangle. I'm not sticking. Rembrandt triangle. Beautiful. Really advanced lighting techniques on this. Look at that. Harsh lighting now. Overhead looks more scary. Well, it doesn't look more scary. It causes more shadow, more serious, more sinister. Backlit, beautiful. Bop, 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 bop. Swoopy camera. Oh, mate, this is so good. I love stuff like this.
Well, obviously the
key is to work together. We are a team, and we have to work as a team, just as we do in the field. No one wins alone.
Great use. Look at this kinetic energy, yeah? On camera. Bop, 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 bop. Look at this overhead lighting that we keep getting. 5500 daylight range, above or from the side. Mix it.
Should have seen it coming. I mean, I should have seen it coming.
2 defenders remaining.
Now why they're here, guys? Because it's... Oh, mate. Shit, mate. We've got handcuffs going on. Oh, it's none of that Hollywood bollocks either. I can still see what's going on.
Hey, Cal.
Yes, mate. Oh, the scalpel with the hammer.
Mike.
Right.
And we've got rapport with him from the last one.
Only one.
Basically turns out, mate, this is so good. This is...
time.
There is no next time, so go home. There was now, and we fucked it up.
You need to relax.
Look at that shaky camera, baby. It's how they film.
Remembers who comes in second.
Bomb, 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 bomb. Lots of Dutch angles on this.
3 attackers remaining.
Going for the bomb site.
Copy that. Watch your 6. Pulse is on a tear, and it's going.
Mike?
She came up to focus point. She stopped. The camera was there. Then she moved on. Mike? Yep, got your mark on the floor. Bugger off. Look at this. Very style music video now. It's gone from teal and orange to orange and straight up blue. Mix it with red.
Down that gun.
Sweep his leg.
Jack?
You me?
Distraction. Oh, yes. Whoa, so fast. Can't see what's going on. Don't get Jason Bourne on me. That's it. I want to see Eastern style here.
Sorry, babe.
Attackers win.
I'm not lying, man. That was banging. These are so much better than the operative trailers. But these are very expensive. Very. Look at these lens aberrations as well. Hero shots galore. Shaky orbit strafing. Lens compression there means the total focal length. Oh mate, they're dragging out this hero winning, aren't they? But it works well with these. This means how important it is for them. They're not filming them in the corner of the room, are they? They're here. That's how you show that emotion. You want to use your ECUs, yeah, or close-ups. I don't understand all the crowd part of it.
Do you wish you could do it over?
There is always next year.
Really? Next year?
Are they like Apex Legends heroes?
I will be here.
My main question, as I just spoke about then, was I thought they were like SWAT or like Secret Service or something. Is it a bit like Apex Legends where it's a televised event and you go in and it's like a competition? You guys have to let me know, because again, I don't know these games. From this, I actually could see a campaign from it. These characters are so well developed and flushed out, and each one is characteristically very, even like with little character nuances, they're immediately leaving that connection with me, yeah? So that's that last impression that I always talk about on the channel. I'm not gonna lie, that was hands down absolutely amazing. Loads of shit that I liked, and we had orbit strafes. I spoke about loads of it as we were watching. I know some people say, especially with the last Rainbow Six stuff, you know, talk about it afterwards, but when I watch something like this, I get so excited about it and so inspired by what I'm watching. I'm like a kid. I love it. Everything I see is so inspirational, and that was just phenomenal. Yes, of course, it's very Americanized, very Hollywood action, but I love that stuff. It doesn't have the same film grit that I love from back in the old days when you watch 90s movies. It had a very digital Netflix look to it, very modern filmmaking techniques that you see in there with the Hollywood action and things like that. But I don't hate it. I love it for the modern look that it has. But if you literally compared this to an old 90s movies, which were not as fast paced, not as action packed, yeah, even on big battle scenes, they still did something differently. It's because of today's day, modern camera techniques have changed. We demand more from our camera, and that's exactly what this had. Beautiful lighting on this. There's so much you could learn from it. great catchment, and especially when it came to the extreme close-ups, and the music really dipped low, and I loved that when you could really focus in on the dialogue that they were saying. One interesting note, my favorite thing about these actually, the documentary filmmaking. So if you're interested in something like that, look at the way they lit them. They lit them from a 45-degree angle across the front. I do that all the time on my talking heads. You don't normally do this in your movie making thing. So if I'm ever doing a commercial shoot, I don't tend to do this because it's set within a world. You do this on talking heads and things like that. And they had a 2-camera setup. One to the camera where they're breaking the fourth wall, because it's their personal experience about the competition, and the other one was shot from the side. Okay, the lighting was hitting 45-degree, and you see this triangle of light here. Okay, it's a Rembrandt triangle look. If you put your camera on the same side as the shadow and shoot this way, the subject's here and you're the camera, you would light from this side. In this case, this doesn't work as well because my lighting is lit this way, but it doesn't have the same look. You're using your shadow, yeah, your bit of your edge light there to shape and sculpt your subject, and that is top quality lighting. If you do that in your talking heads or anything like that, or filming or whatever it is that you're doing, shoot from the shadow, and your production quality, your cinematography, your photography, your pictures will go up astronomically in the quality area. Diegetic sound
Operators, get
only.
ready for the final round. Match in overtime.
Team there ties the game. Are you a betting man, Harry?
Do you assume I favor one side over the other? You know me better than that, Sam. Besides, I left my wallet at home.
Attackers, prepare for insertion.
Look how high key the lighting is. It's got that commercial look again. Oh, music video vibe, very stylistic. There's our 5500 Kelvin range in there. Oh mate, it's like fucking Robot Wars. Oh, I love that when they attach the camera to the gun. Keep it all locked in. You do that because your subject's locked in. It's the background that moves.
Now, Roger, let's go fishing.
The cuts are getting faster, aren't they?
Good to go, Jordan.
Well, they like stun rounds. Bloody looks like it hurts though. Oh mate, Robocop! What was her? Character development, hold, pause, hear a shot, wink, boom. Oh mate! Oh, lovely shallow depth of field. Oh mate, she's like the... She take her... Is she gone rogue?
Giving them a clear target.
Come out and play.
Oh mate, she's like the one from Overwatch. Is it the Widow? Dude, how much should these cost? Look how soft that lighting is in there, lovely. And then when they're outside, they're making it a bit more harsher. Hello. Are they trying to make her look like the character that you can never truly trust?
Something tells me that didn't come out of the playbook.
Not in our playbook, anyway.
Oh.
Something tells me this fight ain't over.
Look at that. Bloody breadcrumbs. Foreshadowing. Foreshadowing is something that they plant and lead it for later. We will get the answers to it. Oi. Bitch.
An instinct can't be bought. That won't stop me from
Oh,
trying.
yes, mate. Knock her
I
out.
don't know how you do things in the private sector, but we do not use people as bait here.
This is a game, princess. And I just want it for
Look at these two titans. Yes, mate. Oh, this is so cool. Mate, I'm fucking smiling ear to ear. I'm like a Cheshire cat. These are great. I love that last shot. Camera still shoulder rigged, or at least held from the front using chest motion, going backwards. Yeah, sort of de-establishing the area of what we're looking at of these two clashing factions. Fantastic. That was beautiful. Same sort of thing. Bit more commercially. Did go a little bit more movie-like at the end. But I noticed that, I don't know if it was like that in the last few, but at least the first one, we had those cinematic bars. Yeah, I said it was very shot on an anamorphic look. Yeah, we've got a 235.1 masks at the top at the black bars. These ones are full frame. Bit more like commercials, yeah? You go full real estate on the frame. TV commercials, you still do cinematic bars, but tend to do that on commercials when it's involving cars or high-end products. When you want to go a little bit more comedy, bit more real life, you want to take up as much real estate on the TV as possible because, you know, you're paying for it. You want to take up most of it, but it will drop the cinematic look. These don't look as cinematic, even though the techniques are still there, because they don't have those black bars in that cinematic aspect ratio that we're used to. One thing you'll learn about this channel, and what you can tell these are so cool, the more excited I get, the faster I talk about it, and the more inspired I am about what I'm watching, the more I talk about the filmmaking techniques. What I loved about this one, again, it's the fast-paced movement, that kinetic energy. Bear in mind, I'm a cold caller on this, okay? I don't know these characters, all these shooters or anything like that, but I can immediately tell which one's not playing ball, who's a little bit rough on the edges, who doesn't want to do it. It's the little character nuances, how the camera is telling me that information. Camera coming in, how powerful she was, this Cali person, this sniper. Always a hero shot, whipped out a microphone as the camera was swooping around her, upside down, doing all these different things. It's the story writing, okay? And that was full of one of the 6 C's of storytelling, which was conflict on the page. Every page, oh, what a bitch. Oh, how they're not working together. Oh, she don't like her. But it was breadcrumbed throughout, and it had like a bit of a frame narrative as well there. You know, it started at the end, didn't it, with her, the battle's already over, and then she came in, had the two clashing, creating your titans. Yeah, absolutely amazing. These are phenomenal, and I'm so glad. Thank you guys for letting me know that they exist. I wonder what the next one's going to bring. Okay, full real estate.
It's supposed to be easy, you know, but what you're feeling...
See, it's a movie
in time.
On the shadow side.
I know.
Looks like a commercial though, doesn't it? Because it's full aspect ratio framing.
Sister, after everything we've been through.
Even look, dollying in.
All of those nights when the lights go out and the monsters come out to play.
Not a big fan of oh, it's copyrighted music, isn't it?
The strongest person I ever knew.
What's he done to the mix on this one? Is he taking out the sound effects? Because you've got to have sound effects in there. This just goes to show you need that diegetic sound of the real world elements. A full mix.
Perfect daughters, the perfect students, the perfect soldiers.
Sounds really funny. So he's taken what, the lyrics out? Mate, the use of AI. Wow, okay, that was cool. That looked like very futuristic. Love this. It's that daylight range. Dutch angle. Using things going across the front of it to give us the momentum of speed. Brrr. I might add the sound effects in for you guys. That's a match cut right there.
When father left us, we mourned. But they also buried a part of Zofia that day.
Man, I like her with a bob. Open mouth.
The part
much more intense for a character. Oh mate, this is crazy. Oh, I love that. The camera coming towards them as they're coming towards us. Oh, yes, please. Oh, wow, I love that. But bear in mind, there is no sound effects, actually. It's making it quite make me, like, really... Look.
Trying to reach her. But in the end, there was nothing left to say.
Ella!
Father would be ashamed of you. Father died, Zofia. But you left me alone.
Wow, look at this edge light from the cars. Where's that lighting coming from underneath them? Giving them almost like a harrowing look.
Let these children play their games. This is the adult's table, sweetheart.
I've always been loyal to them. To her.
Yes.
Wow, look at that soft
But
lighting.
the question you need to ask yourself is, who's been loyal to you?
It's all right, Ella.
And look at these two negative.
That takes guts. Welcome to the family, love.
Okay, so that one I think has been manipulated by the original uploader to YouTube. Clearly copyrighted music. See, copyright music cracks me up because the thing is you've got to be so careful with it. I've had clients and brands before say, can we use the soundtrack? And granted, you always say, of course we can if that's what you want. And you have to pay out through the fucking nose to use that music or an adaptation of it. But the problem is when you use copyrighted music or music that's familiar and well known, is people will have a memory connected to it, and that's why I always say try to go for something original or go for a score or something like that. Either that or that is an original score and then they've just copyrighted it. But this what we can learn from this. I love the visuals of it. Look brilliant, especially that one with the Bob. She looks so cool. The two of them coming together, amazing. And how they used the different lighting backgrounds to show their history of training and then coming together. I've had a lot of people, I remember when I covered Assassin's Creed, I had some people say, oh, you don't need sound effects now, you can just live off the score and things like that. You can, but it's just never as good. It just never will be. If you show 100 people, fuck it, you could show 1 million people something with sound effects all built in with the score, and then something with just the music, you'll have a handful of people, a very small amount of percentage go for the one with just the music, okay? And the ones of all the sound effects that sounds like real world, they will always gravitate towards that way. It has more of an impact on you, it sounds better, and it's more real life. That's why I say to people, 70% of the picture is sound. You can get away with crazy visuals and whatnot, like horror, that's why it works, but you can't get away with something don't sound right, you are immediately like, what the fuck's wrong with this? Would have been so much better with the sound effects. I'm going to watch it again afterwards on my own so I can see all in its full glory. There was one bit in there when they were having a fight and I could just hear the music. My mind has kind of got used to without the sound effects, and it made it a little bit more intense because there was no sound effects. I honed into the visuals, I was locked in, and that was really interesting. I wouldn't have had that if it really did have the full mix, which I think it's meant to have. But yeah, I love the way that looked. I think obviously it would have been better with the full mix in there, but I'm not too sure what the original uploader's done. But yeah, another great one, isn't it? But definitely, I think the first one was my favourite because that had the most cinematic look, and because it's full framed aspect ratio, it's kind of losing that edge that I love so much. Oh, we're back with Harry. Oh, that dooming music. Mate, he might have been like fucking Inspector Gadget.
Well, this is how Rainbow dies.
Look at this blue tone in there, how serious it is.
Confirmed. They're spread out well enough. Operators take positions.
Oh, look at these dust particles. Yes, please.
I have eyes on 15 mercs surrounding the QCR weaponry.
Oh, the bad guys. Oh, lovely shallow depth of field. Look at this sepia in there.
14.
Neutralize the opposition and extract the ordnance.
Red Hammer, take point. Ghost
That's like an establishing shot, really. That extreme wide. Look at that, punching through that. They were our foreground. Cameras moving. I mean, they know where they want you to look, don't they? Whoa, he took ages to put his hammer away. Look at this one long shot. Long shots will keep you drawn in for longer.
Here, on the left.
Oh wow, man, this is amazing. Always backlit, aren't they? Oh, dude, this is banging. Oh, hero shot, baby. Yeah. Oh, mate, this camera's all over the place. The thread of storytelling is beautifully done on this one.
Nighthaven really fucked up letting their gear fall into the wrong hands.
That's why we have to extract it.
Let's finish this.
Ash.
Run!
Oh, wow, look at him.
It's gotta be tough to watch. Wholesale Nighthaven weaponry is a scary thing. It's also the
The
perfect
camera
bait.
punching in across the table.
Sentimental, but I'm a little disappointed they fell for it.
Oh, look. His fist covered the light then.
Rainbow used to be feared in my time.
We're going to go dark.
Covert unit of apex killers. And you turned it into the fucking ice capades. You disgraced my unit, Harry.
It's their unit now. And the disgrace is yours.
Backlit by the moonlight. Practical light in there. Beautiful.
What comes next is the squad's fall. One by one. Every operator dies.
See our teal and orange. Teal,
I guess I want to
orange.
thank you for making it so easy for us.
My job was never to lead Rainbow,
I like him as a villain.
but rather to help them lead themselves.
Oh, he's got a nasty side here. And they
Don't mind. I happen to find you exceedingly fucking boring.
Oh shit! That's why he was looking at his wife. He knew it was his ring.
Went out swinging.
Oh shit! I wasn't expecting that, mate. Look how much I'm invested in the character of Harry. I know it's Harry, but it's just a thing we call him Harry over here. That was awesome. Loved the villain. What a great way. I was like, what's he looking at his ring for? I thought, was he going to turn to the dark side and it just end in a PG matter? No, I find you incredibly bloody boring. Bosh! He went out like a hero and he looked badass. And that was lovely. That ring shot meant so much more once I understood the full picture of the story. Wow, that was just really great storytelling. Beautiful cinematic look. Love the use of the heavy blues in there and using the great use of practical lighting here, so actual lamps on a set. Have you ever noticed when you watch movies, it's daylight outside, and yet they've got all their practical lights indoors actually on? It's how cinematographers, it's what makes our shots look more sexy, because you've got all the different light spots and things like that, so our eyes can sort of navigate from light to light. That was really nice. Always backlit, but let's talk about the main thing that made that awesome. It was that one-er, okay? What I mean by that, it was the one lengthy long shot. That was awesome. Swinging around everywhere, the camera coming to the subjects, and what that does is that fills the frame. When people do one shots and everything's so far away, that's why those one shots look really boring. If you ever watch like the Netflix Daredevil ones and they like come really in there and then they add like hidden cuts in there with this CGI stuff, you can choreograph it as much as you want. There is no hidden cuts, is there? Because it's just one big smooth animation. If you're ever going to do a one shot yourself, definitely do like a preview so you can plan it out and map it out, and then you can just crack on with it and do it. Something like that would be utterly ridiculous because of the way the bodies were moving, the way they were going up and down. That made this shot, I think, or actually that made this short film. And then what I love about it as well, it was the juxtaposition of it. That one long action shot, pre-framed, yeah, or framed narrative from beginning to end. We've got our thing going on at the beginning and end of this dialogue. Very static shots, very slow moving. This is in the teal zone. And when we go into the sepia of the war zone, always backlit, they contrast beautifully together. But I can't believe it, mate. Harry's dead. Gutted. But what great storytelling, though, that I'm invested in this little badass who I've never even seen lift anything other than his fucking hands in the air. He hasn't lifted a weapon. It's just his dialogue, his presence, and how they frame him on camera and write him. Brilliant. Where are we going next? Can't believe my mate Harry's dead.
Clear. Start setting up. What's the meaning of this? Monsieur Secrétaire Général, we are with Rainbow. This location is compromised. Let's get you to the evac zone. And my security detail? It's too late for them now.
Oh, this is like a proper movie.
Amos is here.
Wow, what a... See, they backlit him with the moon. Cape flapping.
We lure him in and take him
Dutch
alive.
angle. They're not certain. They are not certain at all. That's a great use of a Dutch angle. If it was locked off lead ready at 180 degree, like put bloody spirit level on it, they're in control. It's semi-leveled off a little bit. I love this moonlight. Oh, mate, the way he's in the shadows looking for his brow. Oh, mate, they're setting him up to be a badass.
Disappointing.
Yes. Look at that.
Rainbow operators were harder to kill. In my day.
Is that like the Tom Clancy bloke? This is Splinter Cell. Oh, mate. Oh, that's why you need cannon fodder to build up his Titan status, and then he comes along. Not very well, mind you.
Samuel Fisher.
Oh, Sam. See what? They lured me in.
Ta gueule, connard. What are you waiting for? Pull the goddamn trigger, soldier.
Even the camera's still looking up at him.
Not gonna happen. It's over, Deimos.
Was it Sam Fisher?
You will tell us everything.
Oh, mate, what a badass Grey Wolf he is.
We'll save Rainbow. You're already dead.
We'll see about that.
That was awesome. Holy shit. I don't even know half these characters are, and immediately I was like, oh, but I recognise the 3 green orbs. Sam Fisher, isn't it? Because it's oh yeah, it's Tom Clancy's like the author or something. I know nothing of this world, except I've seen bits of him, and that looked fucking badass. The way they had a bit of grey hair on him, and what I loved about it, so if you're interested into story writing and things like that, what I loved about this is we've already got that status, should we say, that rapport with the main villain. Ramos is his name? They made him look badass against the other team members. They weren't quite cannon fodder, but there was a part where they needed to be cannon fodder. And what you do that for is it builds up the Titan status of your characters. So in this case, the big bad, yeah? And then the hero came in, and I don't even know who he is, and yet I got excited to see that. He came in looking like fucking Spider-Man, flipped around, grabbed him, amazing, winning the fight, got to build up that Titan status. So if you're cold to this, like I am really, I was like, damn, who's this bad guy? Look, he's manhandling him a little bit, and then the bad guy sort of took over a little bit, got him on his knee, not both knees, just the one I think it was, and then he won in the exchange, just to show you, just to remind us how badass he is. Yet the bad guy has not been fully taken out. He's still got that high status, that power status, yeah, between the power struggle that we saw on screen. Amazing writing. I really enjoyed that. And that was so cool. Imagine what it looked like with those cinematic bars on there. Wow, man. Are you sure there's no campaign to this? Because this is fantastic. Wow. And look how good it looks with that low-key lighting, okay? Not that commercial look that we've had in the other ones, and more the action adventures, should we say, when it's a little bit more PG and friendly. This is dark. The music has got risers in there, bassy tones in there, shooting it at moonlight so we can play on the low-key look. So again, that's the heavy use of shadows and contrast. And then you've got the moonlight, which most time tends to be more of a harsher blue, so people will use bi-coloured lighting, or they'll have like a 5500 and then put gels on and give that blue striking light. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Love this.
This enemy
I love that last one. That was so good.
Skilled.
But I'm understanding the world now a bit more.
But Rainbow's mandate is to protect the world.
Giving the world heroes, yeah.
We have to stay committed, even when we're
Is that our friend? I've only seen a pair of wears Wally glasses, and I'm already like, oh no.
Defend those in need. We plan.
Look how nice that looks. Coming back with the subjects.
We prepare.
Great use of, you know, like Steadicam operators. Movement is cinema, okay, guys?
We do whatever
That's what it means.
is necessary. Because our enemies won't go down quietly.
Oh, it freeze framed then almost.
Whoever they target, Rainbow will protect. Wherever they go.
Look at these poisonous greens in the yellow. Piss green.
It's what
That's what you call it.
Born to do.
It means dangerous.
It's what we train for.
Oh yes, backlit, yes please. Using smoke and haze in there, giving us texture in our shots, giving us multiple layers. Oh, it's like an ultra.
In our skills, and
I don't know what they call them. What's the ones that make you confused and dazed? Flashbang?
We put our lives on the line for the cause.
How they fight with all those masks on? See, the camera came back with the subject, and that's why it looks badass.
We put
This is our hero in the white.
aside. And against all odds, we hold fast.
I wonder why there was lens aberrations or glitches. Oh mate, look at this high-tech shit.
This is why Rainbow exists. The world needs someone to stamp out the darkness.
Oh mate, what's with the fucking bee mask on top though? Looks a bit shit. The beehive, the beekeeper, look. I'm loving the mixture of shot angles here. Wow, the way that flame wrapped up around. Powerful. Subjects as static. We coming in.
When the dust settles,
That's your commercial, look.
Who we are.
Don't say anything. Let the voice of God do it all.
Terror on a global scale. We are Rainbow.
Okay, now we're commercialised.
We will win this fight.
Oh mate, Avengers, anyone? Oh mate, how long's that tail?
All according to Deimos' plan. Moving to phase 2. Phobos out.
Oh shit, that was badass. That was like literally Endgame. Great way of doing your stories here. Okay, why was the Avengers Endgame? Why were they so good? Because we spent years being marinated in these characters. All these characters to me now have kind of, I understand, I only have to see a pair of bloody empty glasses and I already knew who that character was, even if they didn't even mean that to be that person. That was the Scalpel. That's what's great about it. We've had time, we've lingered on these characters, we know who they are, we know their flaws, we know the trouble that they've been in. Even the big bad's been given it. So every character had its sort of moment in the sun, being a hero, but also being knocked back, okay? So it's a bit of a challenge in their world building. I loved it. You had the voice of God in there. In film psychology, that's what you call it, the voiceover. The voiceover there is to relay information to you, or to ask you questions, or to throw you off the scent. It's to make your mind think, okay? In this way, it was very much telling them who they are, what their ethos is, and things like that. And then you got introduced to this war zone area and all the different color biomes in there. Great use of piss green in there, okay? Green and yellow in there is a great way to show sort of not necessarily a poison area, but you're in unknown territory, or it's not a great place to be. It almost has a sickly feel to it. It makes you feel sick as you watch along. And then it went to sort of like the end game look at the end. They're very teal and orange, desaturized it a little bit, so when all the characters come along, it had like a commercial look to it, especially with the nodding and things like that. That is classic commercials. Don't always have to say stuff, normally because you get your voiceover who's selling you the item, doing all the, this item is amazing and it'll make you clean twice as fast. And yet the person's like, That's what I mean. That's the commercial-esque of it. And then they'll walk in towards the camera. They're all fanned out in a blind V formation. And they're backlit. Heavily backlit with a little bit of fill light coming from the sides. Beautiful. It very much went from action-y movie to very much a commercial look. Like, this is the brand. This is what you know. This is what you love. Enjoy these characters. And then just like the Avengers, we had the post-credit scene, which was all according to Ramos's plans, and it looked like it wasn't him, but it was like another variation of him, ready for stage 2.
Checkpoint!
Great, aren't they? These are absolutely fantastic. Please let me know if there is a campaign to this, because I would be very heavily interested in playing it. See, I'm one of these rando people. Not that I've played Call of Duty for a little while now. I used to play Call of Duty for the campaign. I like that. I'm a story guy. I always have been, and it kind of makes sense with the career that I have. These can't just be online, because these characters are so flushed out. They're so developed. I absolutely love it, and I cannot thank you guys enough for hanging out with me today and introducing me to this fantastic cinematic franchise. Wow, what a ride it was. Thank you very much, and I'll see you on the next one. See you later. Bye-bye.
Out of time!